Previously on Obscure Reviews.
Dude, we need to talk.
What the hell are you?
Because I'm you from the future.
Yeah?
And now, tonight's episode.
Well, that sucks. Who the hell are you?
The heck am I? The heck am I? Who the heck do you think you are, mister? You think you're the biggest He-Man fan in the world, but you're forgetting one very important fact, sir, and the one thing you've denied to examine and explain in all of your reviews. Adora is better. Look, the Sword of Protection, way more beautiful than the Sword of Power. Sleek, beautiful shape, wonderful stabbing and slicing. That brutish sword couldn't accomplish anything. You
realize that the whole idea of that sword was a loophole for the writers, kind of a lack of creativity.
Lack of creativity? It opens up so much creativity. She could have a jet plane if she wanted to. And look at how beautiful she is. Oh.
Okay, I'm not exactly arguing with you on the beauty thing, but I'm not into guys anyway, so she kind of wins by default.
Really? Really? Compared to He-Man? Well, have you seen He-Man? The man in the pink?
Okay, wait, stop. I'm not going into that. We don't need to discuss that.
The man wears...
Stop.
But seriously, you need to do a She-Ra review. If you're supposed to be this big He-Man person, how can you ignore his sister? It's family.
Did it ever occur to you that it was on my list and I just haven't gotten that far yet?
Then what are you waiting for? Here, take it. I have 50.
Yeah. I'm still kind of tied up here.
So use your Sword of Power. It's so much better anyway.
And the masters of the universe.
Okay, guys, this is Season 1, Volume 1 of She-Ra, Princess of Power. We got the mural image on the spine there. On the back, we've got Bo, a bunch of special features, and obviously a couple of shots from the show. And Hordak is on the spine for Season 1 here. And we'll open it up, and then we got a little wider shot of She-Ra from the actual cover. And it says Season 1, Volume 1, and they all have that. I don't think we're going to need to get into that again. But we got a scene here, a quote from She-Ra saying, "This is Etheria, my brother. The Horde rules this planet." From episode, She-Ra says this from episode 29, The Price of Freedom, which was a heavy war episode to show kids, basically, war is not all it's cracked up to be. And this one is from my favorite of the She-Ra episodes, is the She-Ra movie miniseries. This was from episode 3, She-Ra Unchained. "Oh my brother, what have they done?" says She-Ra as she's like trying to wake up her brother who's just passed out. And then we'll move over to the other image. And this isn't actually a quote, it's a description. She-Ra proves why she's known as the Princess of Power as she prevents Catra from destroying a monument of freedom in episode 30, Play It Again, Bo. Yeah, I've never really seen too many of these episodes. I mean, I have once, but it's not something I keep going back to like I do to He-Man, so a lot of the episodes don't stick out in my head like He-Man does. But we'll open up the next page, and we've got another scene here. Tongue Lashor and Rattler's evil plan are thwarted when She-Ra and Swiftwind hoist them high into the skies over Etheria, where they can do no harm, in episode 19, Unchained Castle. Now, something I feel I need to point out here. Tongue Lasher and Rattler, I'm tired, guys, are actually Snake Men. But because it was towards the late time of the show, they never really got to touch base with the Snake Men, so they were always Horde members. Alright, so we've got She-Ra and Cowl on the first 2 discs. And I gotta point out, I really don't like Cowl as much as I do Orko. And that's probably just a preference thing. Everybody's got their own favorite character. Mine was Orko. But we're gonna turn to the next 2 discs. And again, we need to turn those. Now, again, we have 3 heroes and 3 villains on each disc of a set. And here we got Glimmer and Mantenna. I always liked Mantenna. I don't know why. Maybe he's like one of the first Horsemen I ever got as a kid in toy form. And then we've got Catra and Hordak. And now something else I feel I need to point out, again, with the toy line, is that we got Catra in the She-Ra toy line, but for some reason Hordak and all the male Horsemen all showed up in the He-Man line, and that always bothered me. But that's Season 1, Volume 1, so that's always fun. And now we're gonna, after we take this box out, or before it, there we go. Then we have Season 1, Volume 2 of She-Ra Princess of Power, and this time we have Hordak, Catra, and Shadow Weaver on the front cover. And again, we've got another spine image of the mural, and Season 1, Volume 2 on the side, and we're going to show the other end of that after we open it, but this is the thrilling conclusion of Season 1. That's, I think her name is Octavia, and I may be saying that wrong. And she never got a toy until the Classics line. I don't even know if it's come out yet, but I'm hoping to find it. And then we've got 3 more shots of that. And then we've got a larger image of the front cover again. And then we've got She-Ra on this border. And then another quote. Looks like it's 2 people talking here. I think it was very noble of you to give up that bar of gold to save She-Ra. And the reply is, sure, I'm noble, but I'm not stupid. And that's Adora and Seahawk from episode 60, Anchors Aloft Part 2. And that was an episode where She-Ra got a love interest, basically. Okay, on the left here we have a scene. This is She-Ra, Queen Angela, Glimmer, and some dude I don't know. I'm guessing it's Micah, if I'm saying that right. Thank you, She-Ra, for helping reunite my family. So that must be Glimmer's dad in the episode number 46, Micah of Bright Moon. And then we have Huntara the warrior from planet Selax attempts to bring down the Princess of Power with her stun swords in episode 45, Huntara, who's actually the fan favorite figure that's getting made into a figure for Masters Classics pretty soon. We saw that image, so we're going to push the other one. During an attempt to rescue Orko from the Fright Zone, She-Ra is confronted by Hordak on the Mantisaur, which looks nothing like the toy counterpart, in episode 33, A Talent for Trouble. And that is one of my favorites, I gotta point out, because Orko's in it. Yay! But we're gonna turn here, and we got the discs again. And that's Bo and Castaspella. I was very excited to actually find a Castaspella action figure last month, so yay me. And then we're turning it again, and we've got the hero villain slash here. That's Frosta, and then Scorpia. I don't know why I was falling on that name. We're going to open it up again, and we've got Imp and Grizzlor. And I know you guys are seeing the cards as we open these up. That's Grizzlor still. But I'm not reviewing those anymore. You guys know I like them enough, but it's just time-consuming to go over every card when I can just show them to you during the end credits. It's just a lot easier and much easier to see altogether. So, that was the first full season of She-Ra. Now we've got the whole second season. For some reason, while He-Man got 130 episodes, She-Ra only got, I think, 65, maybe 95. I'm too tired right now to do the math. I think it was 95. But this image has got She-Ra, Glimmer, and Bo on the front cover. And again, we have the little mural. We got 3 more images from the show, and Adora and Spirit on the back with some special features. And then we've got another enlarged image of the front cover. Hey, we've got a Horde Trooper. They never get any attention. And then, well, let's look at the other cover first, or other side. Yep, and that's She-Ra Season 2. For some reason, the whole season is on this one set instead of splitting it up into 2. And that's probably for the best, because, like, you don't want to pay for 2 halves of a season that's half as big as the first season. And then let's see. This is all the thanks I need, says She-Ra in episode 93, Swifty's Baby. And I think that was actually the last episode they made. Mostly because Swift One had a kid, and that's the only time we saw him. Okay, so on the left we have a scene of He-Man looking very uncomfortable next to Frosta. And she is saying, aren't the stars romantic, He-Man, in episode 85, Sweet Bee's Home? There's a huge love triangle going on in that episode, and it was really, really awkward, because it's always kind of enforcing the supposed homosexuality factor on He-Man, which we're not talking about. And here's an image I enjoy a lot more, and I don't think I need to explain why. In their effort to defeat She-Ra, two Horde troopers discover they pose little threat to the Princess of Power in episode 92, the Bibbit story? I'm not sure if I'm reading that right, but I could look at this image for a while. I'm not gonna, because I'm already awkward enough, but we're gonna turn again. I didn't make that awkward at all, right guys? Alright, and then we've got this image of Bo and Glimmer. Above Whispering Woods, Bo desperately tries to save Glimmer from one of the Evil Horde's newest mechanical terrors in episode 80, The Perils of Peekaboo. And I always thought she was a good guy. I don't know. I have to go see and watch that episode again. But we open up the discs, and we've got Madame Raz and Queen Angela this time. I kind of liked Madame Raz. Just felt like a second-rate Orko. It's like they were trying too hard. But she's a fun character. Then we're going to open it up again, and we've got Peekaboo and Shadow Weaver. And I always liked Shadow Weaver, and she finally got an action figure a couple years ago. And I was very happy to get her because so many people were pissed because she was a club exclusive figure. Like, I got a club, so suck it. No. And then we'll turn this over. And then we've got a couple more Horsemen, Leech and Entrappa, who I'm actually getting an action figure later this month. So yay me. But okay, that is the entire series of She-Ra Princess of Power. So that's 4 entire series we've got, and I think we're almost done. Is that good? Can I go now? Can this be done?
Well, you don't know half the characters' names. You don't know anything about the episodes. You said it sucks.
I did not say it sucks.
And how can you say He-Man is better than She-Ra?
I did not say it was better than She-Ra. When it came out, I watched He-Man and enjoyed it. I was not into She-Ra, mostly because I was not the target demographic.
Target demographics? Target demographics for He-Man is 5-year-olds. Look at you. Look at you.
Okay, now you're just calling me old. I don't need this. I'm depressed enough without your input.
I give up. This is ridiculous. You're ridiculous. All of this is ridiculous. I'm gonna go home and watch She-Ra some more. And you know what? I'm taking these.
Hello? I'll just wait here then, shall I, sir? Right.
Next time on Obscure Reviews.
Alright. Who's Hipster Grumpy Bear, man? Can I borrow $7?
And the masters of the universe.
So use your sword of power since it's obviously so much better anyway. So use your sword of power. It's so much bigger anyway. So use your sword of power. It's so much bigger anyway.
That's a damn big sword of power. You know you like it.
It's a little bit better than the slim and sleek sword of protection anyway. This is hefty, hefty, hefty.
You know why that jewel's on the protection sword, right?
Studded for her pleasure.